Drive from Sega.
Oh frick, oh frick. Oh frick, oh frick.
Limp Bizkit!
He kicks children in the face.
I'm sorry, man.
You destroyer! You killer! You get out! You break your power! You get off this nation!
Hi, Mr. President. Congratulations.
That old Beach Boys song, Bomberan. Bom, 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 bom. Anyway,
The Game Master.
Gamers, welcome and happy Thursday. It's good to see you guys. Welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host, America's #1 online video game personality, Ben, the Parvinator Parvin, here at your service. I love video games, and you can too. Welcome, guys. How you doing? Yeah. Well, yeah, this is our, I was going to say wizard friend. I don't know if I can call him that, but yeah, he's the one that starts the story with us. Behind me here too, I guess. Forgot about that for a second. Yeah, he there's a pretty funny intro to this game whereupon you're met with, pretty much as soon as you start it up, for a continue or a new game. Either way, you got to talk to this guy, and it implies that you try to run away from him. He's like, "Come on, you can't go anywhere. You'll never survive this forest," or something like that. And then, he asks who you are, and that's how we started a new game. And we did that yesterday. Hence why it says Part 2 on your screen right now. Yeah, it's a witch. It's a wizard. What is it? I don't know. Whatever it is, I want a little something, whatever's in that pot. What are they cooking up? How you doing, DW? Soma, welcome. Steven, good to see you. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, good question, Soma. So for For the Sega stuff, I can do, we can do original hardware. I've got a Genesis Model 1, and I've got an output cable that's, SCART on the other end. It's got a cool little, it peels off to do the headphone jack to pick up the stereo audio from the, Model 1's headphone jack there. And then, yeah, it puts that out over SCART to the Retro Tink 5X. So, yeah, it's a really good picture. Honestly, it's like the best looking picture that I have out of all the retro games, mostly by way of its output, it being on SCART and stuff. But, I mean, the SCART connection I have for my Super Famicom, it doesn't look quite as clear. But I guess with Super Famicom and Super NES, there is there's, you know, people get really into those visual differences between the different chips, the 1 and 2 chip sets and stuff. And with some people, like, you know, thinking about buying a first SNES, and they're like, oh, I've got to find the one I'm looking for, the 1 chip. Yeah, it is fascinating how across the life of these consoles, and I mean, the 16-bit stuff stayed around for a while, right? You know, if you look at the long life that they had, the different hardware revisions and stuff, it's really crazy. Yeah, it's a blurry output that can be fixed through mods, or yeah, you know, I guess the certain SNESs had a lot better picture. And you know, when you get into it too and you start looking at the differences between, like, you know, I did a little bit of this with Genesis, trying to figure out exactly which Model 1 I have, and I actually don't know. I started to look into it, but something made me think I was, you know, going down the wrong track. But, you know, some of it was like, you have to look at this or that serial, but that's not enough. You have to, you know, there's other aspects to it as well. And, you know, they would make all these little hardware revisions along the way. So, fun stuff. How you guys doing? Soma requested a story right at the top of the stream from the good old days. Yeah, man. Well, let's see. I guess I can think of, you know, one of those first ones that comes to mind right now is my buddy Skylar, who back in the day, and this is a godsend to a gamer such as myself that didn't have a PlayStation. I was a big Nintendo nerd, but he helped me get further into JRPGs when he lent me his PlayStation, and I got to play through Final Fantasy VII. That was one of those first ones that I beat, one of those first JRPGs, and I think it was the first Final Fantasy I beat, I'm pretty sure. But it was around that time I went and I bought, you know, Final Fantasy 2 and 3 for the SNES. I showed that to you guys yesterday. But yeah, my buddy Skylar, for the PlayStation games, yeah, I played 7. I actually met him and a few other friends. He was all, I was new at school. I had to transfer schools between 6th and 7th grade, and you know, I go to the new school, and I'm at the lunch table, and this is maybe that first day, and well, you know, first day of school or whatever, after we'd moved, and I'm at the lunch table, and I'm hearing this kid, I'm hearing these kids talk about terms that I don't understand. I'm hearing GF, I'm hearing about junctioning magic, so on and so forth. But I didn't quite understand it, but I knew they were talking about a game, and I needed to get in on that conversation. And yeah, one of those first friends I met was Skylar, and you know, he helped to introduce me to a bunch of other folks as well, and kind of get me ingrained in the new school, which was sweet. And yeah, find a group of friends, you know, some of whom this is seventh grade, so you know, the times they are changing, right? Let's see. Some kids might be into, can I get some music here? A little music backing. That's way back there. Damn. Okay. Some kids were into the... Right? Some kids were into the... Somewhere else. Shit, where's the corn? There it is. It's with a K. You'd think I wouldn't miss it. Anyway. Anyway, good times. I appreciate my buddy, too, for lending me that PlayStation, and I would be able to borrow it for a couple weeks at a time, and, you know, that's how I made it through FF7, 8, and 9. So, yeah. Anyway, finding friends through games. I hope to do a little bit of that in my adult life as well, in addition to you guys. I did, Dustin. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, yeah. I'll throw in a bonus story here. And this will maybe prove Dustin's comment to be false here. Hey, MCLRS. What's going on, buddy? Welcome. I do remember in one of those first days at the new school, I was talking to this kid, and he wasn't part of this other group, but he also gamed, and ended up meeting him after a couple days, and we're like waiting, you know, after you get dropped off or get off the school bus or whatever, you go to the gym to wait before, you know, first period, and we're all in the gym sitting on the bleachers. And I talked this kid's ear off about Ocarina of Time. I was just high on some Ocarina of Time, big time. Was very much in the throes of I don't know, something very big for me. A very or the biggest gaming inspiration I think I'd ever had in my life after playing Ocarina those first couple times, and I just talked this kid's ear off about it, and the bell rang and everybody's leaving to go to class, and at a certain point he's like, dude, I get it, you like Zelda. I started being like, oh shit. Oh, darn. It's okay, he was a bit of a Sega sicko. He would be an early adopter on the Dreamcast, and we'd have to go our separate ways. So it goes. I had a lot to say about Ocarina of Time, I guess. He might have had the Sega channel, yeah. I've told this story too, but he's the kid that, the second one. He's the kid that claimed that, he was playing NFL 2K and a family member came in, and it wasn't like a great grandma or something, I don't think, but a family member came in and thought they just had the game on or something, and was like convinced that it was real for an absurd amount of time until they had to tell them or something. So, and I remember being like, I don't know, man. As much as I'd like for that to be true, I don't know. All right, anyway, this person was of sound mind. I think they would have noticed that it was a game on eventually, but a video game, that is. Anyway, boring stories. Thanks for hanging, guys. Happy Thursday. We're going to be getting into... We're going to be getting back into, once again, here it is, part 2. We'll drop in right now. We've got to go find a historian named HAWELL. Lives northwest of Yeel. It sounds like a bunch of gibberish, right? Yeah, well, we're going to follow that lead up. I don't know where Yeel is. We're going to head northwest of there. We've been tasked by the king, who was recently... he was attacked by a spirit. What was it known as? By a gizmo. Attacked by a gizmo, this evil spirit. This was as some seals were opened, and some thief went in and opened some seals. Oopsie daisy. Now the king is getting attacked by and temporarily possessed by this evil spirit. We had our first little battle, and we're right after that. King has been saved, we think. Yeah, we've got to now. I think he wants to learn more about this tower and stuff, so that's why we're going to find HAWELL the historian. So, all right, let's do it. Let's jump in. How are you guys? You doing all right? Happy Thursday. Yeah, so I was bragging about the picture. It is good. You're right, Dustin. I don't know those movies that well, but Gizmo is evil, right? So I guess it clocks. It checks out. Oh. Let's switch to this load profile. Genesis 1. I could get an HD cable for my Switch, which I should do at some point. I didn't mean my Switch, excuse me. That one has an HD cable. The Wii. Oopsie. Grandpa over here. We're not playing Pokemon anymore. What's that doing on the screen? Sorry, Dustin. I was just testing out the browser earlier, and that's the home page. We got to change that to something Shining Force 2. Saying goodbye to Pokemon.
Goodbye.
Sorry, I know that's a PTSD. Or so are you. No, he said no more Pokemon. I can't believe it. Oh, here's our purple lad. Our witch. Is it a witch or a wizard? Huh? We'll find out. Maybe we won't. You're finally here. Ah, you look so confused. You don't know why you're here? I mean, she does have some stunning eyes. And a beautiful smile. Yes, I used a spell on you. Where are you going? You can't escape from this mystery forest unless you help me. What you gonna do? And from here you can continue or delete. Our save file is still here. We're good. I did test that last night. Turned it off and then back on to make sure we're good to go. BOWIE. BOWIE is the default name, which I think is good and hilarious. At least, yeah, right, the fastest way I think would, yeah, just pull that up. Yeah. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, we're back in the game. He hears the Shining Force 2 music, but to make it even more confusing. Alright, we're back at the Abbey. That's where you go to save. Be careful, the light is always on your side. I gotta get the coffee in the drink rotation. Well, I'm not running much later than the time I set on YouTube, but I did mean to get going earlier in general. But yeah, today there were a lot of chores to do, a lot of stuff kind of building up. And when you're on a roll, you're on a roll, you know? You gotta keep it going. Oh, that's a good question, MCLRS. The origin of Thursday is actually from, you know, the god Thor, the Norse god Thor. That's the root of Thursday. So it's actually something more like, you know, literally Thor's day. So yeah, it's the same thing with Wednesday as well. Can you guess if you know Wednesday is also named after a Norse god. That one's kind of tough because the spelling is a little different from how we normally see it, but yeah, that one is Odin's Day. Yeah, I think it's just like an old remnant. Yeah, I think it's just an old remnant from the, you know, Germanic roots of English. You don't want to bet? I'll lower my prices for you. He looks so sad. I feel so sorry for him. Oh, we got, who's rotting away in here? The human caught me when I was taking a walk in Parmesia. Yeah, Powpuck. Yeah, it goes on and on, yeah. Well, yeah. Monday and Sun are... Yeah, right. Those are pretty easy. Yeah. Hey, Rhizone, welcome. Yeah, Powpuck's got the breakdown for all the days there, MCLRS. That's a good question. Yet another aspect of, you know, English that can be feel a little strange, or maybe as soon as you think you know a rule, you know, you find something else, or... But yeah, that one comes down to some interesting origins for the words. The human caught me when I was taking a walk in Parmesia. How are you, Rhizone? We're doing well, man. We just got the game rolling. We're still in the first town here. We basically got our first little battle in. We saved the king, and now he's tasked us with going to find this historian he thinks might know a little bit more about why this kingdom seems to be under attack by these evil spirits we fought off. So we're going to the town of Yeel, or at least northwest of Yeel. This is cool. It looks good. I mean, it looks pretty good to you guys, I think, on your end. Must be true. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah, I think I first learned that one from, yeah, speaking of Final Fantasy IX, I mentioned it earlier, but yeah. I think that's the first time I'm at least paying attention to the word Freya, knowing, you know, and then looking up its origins. Oh, that's interesting, MCLRS. Yeah. I should just call you... Well, what should I call you for short? MC? The king was sick. I keep wanting to talk to my own guys here. I guess, yeah, you know, learning Spanish, of course, like, right away, you pick up on lunes being Monday, and, you know, of course, kind of same sort of symbolism behind our Monday. Just a different language. But yeah. Cool, man. Yeah. Hey, Francisco, what's up? Welcome. How do we get down to this? Let's get down to the fortune teller here and talk to her. Don't listen to what she says. She's a liar. Hear what I have to say. I can see the ruins in my crystal. The war. Grand Seal will fall in the war. Believe me. Lady, I'm at the beginning of a JRPG, and they've already talked about our allies that are, you know, across the border. The allies that we share a border with. I think it's gonna go south at some point. That's... Why don't you stop by my shop before you set out on your journey? Two burly men back here. What's up, boy? What's up, boy? Wait, what'd you say to me? What do you want to buy? Alright, what does the healing seed do? Versus just a much better heal than a medical herb, maybe? I'm iffy on the spellings too, Powpuck, but yeah, it's... Or at least the Anglicization of it. Do-we-do. They have an angel wing which will help us get out of battle. Yeah, we should probably pick up one of those. I've been hearing about these. Bowie can get out of battle with a magic spell, so maybe I'll give it to Sarah. Cheer. Oh yeah. Ryzone, I was just seeing your comment about wetness. Yeah. I know, it's a trip. That's why when I thought of the Wednesday moniker, I was like, why don't I see more of that? It was right there. I know it. It's not like I invented it or something, but it just came to me. I'll buy an antidote. Let's see. I'll give the antidote to Sarah here. Yeah. Wednesday. Yeah. There you go, right? So. Wonder what a healing seed does. Yeah, they don't tell you what it does on the next screen. Okay. Oh, shucks. Better give a little something to Chester, make sure he can heal himself. Looks like they don't get that many. You know, I'm curious, like, with these item slots, maybe you're also supposed to put, like, weapons and stuff, too. Well, it looks like it, yeah, I mean, we got limited space. Hump day. Yeah, how's the weather been, Ryzone? I know for a lot of the country it's been, you know, very, I mean, you had a couple of really late winter storms. I need the weather report checking in across Parvination. We got to repair. Oh, wow. Okay. I had to repair some items, too. I'm curious how that plays out, you know, like... What do we have now? Let's make sure I know what these folks actually have, real quick. Wooden sword on Bowie, wooden rod on Sarah, wooden stick on Chester. Anything above wood is a step up. Short knife. Yeah, I might have to like look up some tables or something to see, you know, what kind of effects you get, because I don't know that it wants to give us that. Let me see. Let's buy this short sword. Sword axe 120. Probably for... what's his name? Jaha or whatever. Oh, interesting. Wow, can't even put it on us. Yeah, you don't have a bag. You know, I know that they mentioned the caravan or whatever. That's, I guess, where your bag is. So in the meantime, you can only carry... So, like, I might need to sell his item here. Oops. I might need to sell his wooden sword. All right, 45 gold coins. It's very simple. Let's get you a short sword here. Your buddy will want the, Chester will need the spear. Ah, it suits you. Yeah. Oh, do they? Is that a common motif, Palpuck? Yeah. That's cool, Rhizone. Yeah, I'm thankful when everything isn't just all dried out and dead. That was just coming to the west from Alabama. I think that was kind of one of those first things. Of course, I had seen pictures and stuff of West Coast video, etc. I knew that it was arid, but yeah, it really is something to get used to. When you're used to just seeing hills that are just totally covered in large green trees, just blanketed, a giant blanket of green, versus, depending on how dry it is in certain spots, you get where it's pretty much just chaparral, just almost like the sort of like big bushes or whatever that just sort of spot the hillside, and that'll be about all in some spots. And then of course, there's like, it's not all just dry and dead. There's a shit ton of, really, there's still forest land and whatnot, wilderness, etc. Yeah. I mean, hey, they seem to like it, and it's particularly this, team that would go on to be Camelot. So yeah, I like it, Palpuck. I'll take it. But yeah, I remember just that first time coming out and like noticing, how the hills were dappled and, sort of shrubbery and stuff like that. Like how do you mean, Rhizone? Like literally, like how we drove out here, or metaphorical path? No. What got you there? Soldier said you went into the castle. Is that true? Oh, I missed it. I would have woken up early if I knew that. Okay, here's our buddy. Under the king's orders. Cool, of course. I'm going too. Jaha. Alright, we ran into Jaha. The war. Interesting little music there. Let's go. Man, we've got a whole team now, I guess. I don't know how many actually is. I wouldn't imagine they let too many people follow you, but you might have more people like on as part of your fighting party, but yeah. Alright, we've got a little more gold to spend, so we should probably get somebody else equipped. It's not so bad when they force you to sell something. I'm curious too, Palpuck. I don't know which one. Well, that's what's funny is that the name could be... Yeah. It's we could just call him Haha as well, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe this one's for our friend MCLRS here, maybe this is a little nod to the Brazilian crowd. Well, and the Portuguese-speaking crowd. Let's see, you've already got a short axe, eh? Okay, well then let's sell... We sold Chester's thing. Okay, be careful. Don't get into trouble here. Oh yeah, let me look it up. So, I'm curious now. Oops. Well, I'll take. I know this. We did go through. We did like we made a stop. Let's see, was that this trip? Now I'm questioning everything. Let me see what way it would take me now. Do 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 do. Pretty sure. Yeah, I think that this is it. I believe that no, this is. They didn't have us going through Denver like this. Whatever way it has right now. Oh no, we're not trying to go via Greyhound. 2 days, 19 hours. It's a slog. Don't give me the flying options either. Come on. You know, I wonder. Yeah, let's see. I wonder if it. It looks like for at least a portion of it, we were on. I don't know. That doesn't sound right either. Right now it shows going on like I-90. I want to say we stopped in Lincoln, Nebraska at one point, which is on the 80. So I think we went at least a good portion of it on I-80, possibly, but. Sorry, now I'm like, how did we get there? Yeah. It could be a little confusing, Rizo. Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure. Yo también, Steven. Yeah, no worries, buddy. I know it's not, I can't show, you know, I don't have the visual for you guys to see either, so yeah, it's, sorry, I know it's not the most exciting, don't buy it. Not the most exciting content. If I could get you an answer quicker, I We did a lot of driving through the plains. It's been a long time now since, I guess that was in 2015 that I moved, something like that. Give it to Chesta. Oh, so there you can, before you do the final purchase or an equipping, you can see what it will do. Yeah, okay, I get it. They do show like what the, I saw the stat difference there at that time. Who can, so like it costs 70 coins and then I think I don't even buy it if I say yes and then don't equip it. Yeah. Okay, it backs out. Okay, cool. So that's how I do that. That's the order there. Alright, we got everybody with their current, I think, most up-to-date items. It does, Rhizone. Yeah, there's that really particular, you know, synth feel. I mean, it is, you know, it's fascinating to me as I haven't spent a whole lot of time playing keys or, you know, playing with synths and stuff, but a buddy of mine has. He's really into it, and I go over and jam with him sometimes, and he's got, you know, a couple of analog and other synths. It's fascinating. There can be so much to it, like when he, you know, it can be quite involved sometimes on some of the older ones, like, you know, changing between a sound or just the level of like programming you have to do essentially. But you know, you learn these shortcuts and stuff, and then sometimes other equipment can be used to help with sampling, and then at that point everything is just on a board ready to be triggered, you know. It's a world I don't really understand, but yeah, I don't know. Playing these Sega games makes me think about that. And get back on a keyboard. I think we're good. Yeah, everybody's got what they need. Sorry. Actually, you know what? Let's spend a little money by like one more. I'm curious about the. I'm curious about that healing item. Well, we don't have enough for it now, so let me buy another medical herb. And we'll give this to Yaha. So, I need the Mario sound effect. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, it's good. I like the music. That's a Mario 64 sound effect. That's Ocarina of Time water, actually. Cool. I got a lot of stuff on the soundboard. Ooh. Anybody want 20 seconds of different water pitches? It's like you're moving around the toilet too much. You can stay in one place, man. Jeez. All right. You guys can hear that, right? Did that come through, or? Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. All right, everybody's got medical herb and current best weapon. What the hell? Buy one more of those. That Galam messenger rushed out of town. He looked pale. Have we done everything here? I think that nation of Garum is gonna attack us. Something like that, or we're gonna attack them. There was something in one of those cutscenes earlier that I meant to call it out during, but you know, there was more storyline happening, but I thought when we got rid of the spirit, or when we like did the exorcism, and I could have sworn that there was something that like the king's minister or his, you know, his retainer, I don't know, whatever, his right-hand man there, there was something they said or that the king did around that time that made me think like, is one of them still possessed? And I don't remember what it was, but it was just a weird little bit of dialogue. Okay, I think we're actually ready to leave town. Do, 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 do. Yeah, so on your recommendation, I took another peek at the soundtrack, and I found that one. I was like, oh yeah, that's good. I've definitely heard that as well. That's funny that that's where you found it. Wow. So even you step outside and we're like, all right, we're ready for a battle. An ooze. Ooze over there. Anything on the right side? No. I've seen a GIF of the units on the field during this section in this castle and stuff. It is Rhizome. Yeah, it's a tactical RPG. Huge rat. You know, it's interesting because this is the third one in the Shining series. There was Shining in the Darkness, which was a dungeon crawler. Ichigo Dave mentioned that he played that one a lot as a kid. And it was like a first-person dungeon crawler, and it used some of these same, like, you might have noticed these little logos, or the little symbols and stuff. It used a lot of that as well. The game feels very quick. It's really snappy. All right. Might go ahead and get him out a little bit, get him exposed some. Or should I go pick this one off first? I should have saved before we left. Well, if it gets bad, we can use one of those escape things, whatever. Yeah, it's level 20, Hedgehog Fanatic. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, it's in this game it's level 20 for promotion. That's interesting that it was 10 in the first one. Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I guess between the first and second one, this one got a lot more open in terms of exploration. I think SF1 is based on some kind of chapter system or something. And you know, oh, can you attack from... Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that. You go for the huge rat or the ooze first? Chester's gonna get picked apart over here. Oh, by 6. Her heal doesn't extend that far. Does it? No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's have her stay. Oh yeah, well that's the one that I hear so much good stuff about, Rhizome. Oh, Chester. Chester is exhausted. That's we're off to a difficult start. Shoot, now I've got my mage way out here. You can go and revive them. I think I don't really get how it works, Rhizome. I think I have to go to the Abbey and I can revive them. I don't know if they can be gone forever. But yeah, I'm curious. Gia. Oh yeah. Or even like a jaw. Yeah, it's almost like a jaw. Like, yeah. But yeah, I think when it's written like that, that even makes it like more like jaw. Like I think with the GI sound fully changes over to jaw. I think so, something in between those two. But yeah, jaw. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Right. It's interesting, Rhizome. You know, I'd like to play... I've always wanted to play more of these games. I mean, but yeah, that is a difficult prospect, right? Permadeath. Wait, did I move him? Damn. What am I doing? Okay. I'm gonna get you... Let's go ahead and attack this guy so I can get attacked from behind. Take him out. Way to level up. Yeah, right. Yeah, you go to the priest or the yeah, you go to the abbey. Yeah. Thanks, Hedgehog. I've only had to save so far. I'll have to you can't land right on top of him, can we? I'll have to go back and try the raise if we get out of this battle. She's gonna need some support over here. What am I doing? I might just have her move away from all that. Yeah, he can't stand there. Okay, cool. Not much HP for Jaja here. Jaha. Yeah, it does, Ride Zone. It looks really sweet, huh? Gosh. She's gonna have to heal herself. You should try to beat this guy. Now, one thing I'm curious about, Hedgehog Fanatic, it seems like for you, you know Shining Force 1, but you don't really know 2 that well, is that right? Either way, I guess I'm curious, like, so I see the land effect stuff, but in terms of placement in front or behind a character, does that matter with how much damage I'm doing? Because I'm used to Final Fantasy Tactics, where you're more likely to miss if you hit from the front, and it does less damage versus the side or the back. I'm curious if that makes a difference. There you go, Bowie. Okay. You're at 6 out of 11. I wish you could heal multiple folks at the same time, but right now I can't. I'm just gonna try to get her a little out of the fray. Yeah. I'd like to do some reading about the battle system. Yeah, no worries, Hedgehog. Yeah, thanks for trying to... taking a stab at it. Yeah, I'd like to avoid spoilers, but I don't mind, like, looking up game mechanics and stuff, you know. I'd like to understand how the game works a little bit better. He might need a heal before he does anything else. This rat has got a lot of HP. I don't know. He doesn't have magic, okay. 8 out of 10 HP, yeah. Oh, you can move again, okay. Or you can, you know, redo your move. Wasn't sure about that. Land effect 30%. Yeah, I read something in the manual that said at the beginning of the game your spells can only be used for like one, you know, one unit at a time, but they'll, oh wow, they can work for multiple units later in the game. So yeah, maybe when we get some better spells. Jaja Gabor. Yeah, looking forward to that, Hedgehog. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, let me take stock real quick. Whoops. By walking around. Yeah, before I select his cursor, I can just go around and see the other peeps. Poor, our buddy down here is in a bad way. I'm gonna need to get him some help. Oh, hit him with the counter. Good job, Bowie. Damn, I can't get down to them. Oh, he has a medical herb. he'll be able to use it before that rat does, I think. So, well, maybe we just, there we go. Oh man. Yeah, right. I know sometimes in Final Fantasy Tactics I'll screw up and I'll have my guys too bunched up. Damn, I should have saved before we went into this battle. I'll have everybody too bunched up and then they just, you know, they get mauled by some crazy, you know, magic attack. That's right. I saw your comment, Rhizome. Well, hopefully we get through this one. That's right. All right, you're at 7 of 12. What is 14 of 16? We're okay on HP. 7 of... We gotta finish this ooze off first. There you go. Back to the restart of the battle theme. Huge rat's gonna be a problem. It's just got 4 HP though. I think we can take it out. Come on, baby. We're getting some decent... That was 20 gold coins, too. I mean, that's gonna add up for us. I wonder if we had to pay to get get our friend revived. In Dragon Quest, you have to pay money to get... Well, yeah, for a lot of the entries, for a long time, you had to pay money to resurrect somebody. 7 of 12. She's got enough for one more heal. Let's just take this guy out, though, and start working on this guy. Oops. An RPG staple, huh, Palpuck? They go by many names. This one goes by the name of Big Rat. Easy, Sarah. Yeah, these guys are nowhere near us, so I'll take this one out and we'll start the healing. 10 gold for each level. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna add up. I think we'll get out of this battle. Well, I'm also seeing them level up rapidly, too.
Inconceivable!
Watching them grow up before my very eyes. Oh, you need to heal yourself. Let's see if you heal yourself. You're not gonna be able to walk all the way over here. you go. 20 XP for using an item. Huge rat. They're running away to the back corner. I see that other town over there. Funny. Bowie, you could use a little more health yourself, sir. Let's get right here and...
Yeah, let's keep this Parvinator party going.
Hey, Rhodes, thanks for the sub, man. Welcome. I got 2 of my party members killed in this fight, but I think we're still gonna get it done. I should have saved after I got everybody equipped. I headed out of the city and bam, battle. I'll be ready next time. It'd be hard to draw them out. We're fighting both at the same time. Now they pounce. Oof. Careful now, Bowie. I can't let Bowie fall. Sadly, I need to be able to take one of those out. Let me see. He's got 11. Okay, so... Well, we can't go wrong with trying to heal our main character. If he goes, we lose, so... And I think he's got a medical herb he can use for himself. You know what? I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to take this thing out first, and then well, shit, he can't attack and then move, huh? So he'll be right there. Okay. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst idea to think about doing that right now, just because I got myself in a little bit of a spot, but I think I can get us out of it. And if I don't, I think it'll be a lesson learned. Let's see what we can do. Do you have any other, got an antidote. I'm just... You know, if I heal him now, I'm just worried that he's back in the same spot next turn, I guess. But difference is he can attack now, so we'll at least get a little damage. Yeah, I'm thankful that there's some ways to get out of battles, Hedgehog. Yeah. The guide was really useful with some of that stuff, you know, kind of hammered a couple things. The egress and the angel wings really hammered those in. No, I did not, but what, did he, like, not let people out of, one of his tents or something? Alright. I think we will live to fight another day. The huge rat here has other ideas, but we've leveled up a couple times. You huge rat, you're not as much of a threat as you were even at the start of this battle. You maybe should have gone to the rat's side. I do, Rotes. Yeah, man, I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to like doing a little research into the mechanics and stuff because I have some questions about the battle system and stuff, and yeah, I'm really digging it, man. Yeah, thank you. Oh wow, so we finished that battle and now we can just sort of walk around this area. Of course, we got to go back and heal up. I wonder if we'll get into a battle like as soon as we leave again. It is, man. It's up my alley, and I've wanted to play more of these games, like, because I really liked Final Fantasy Tactics, but man, I haven't played that since like, like over. Well, it's been like 15 years or something. So. Oh wow. It's not my fault you never picked up a dictionary. Now give me another dime if you want to get back in here. Grand Seal Harbor is behind me. A ship just docked a few minutes ago. I don't think we checked this out. Oh, we need to go heal people before I do too much exploration. All right. Let's see, where was the... There it is. Your desire will be fulfilled. I need to raise my friends. Gosh, Chester is exhausted, but I can recall the soul. It will cost 10 gold coins. Yeah, and there's a few games like this, Hedgehog, that I've always been interested. I was gonna mention Tactics Ogre. There was one that was like for the 64, one of the ones in that series. I forget the title of it. Maybe Tactics Ogre 64 or something. Welcome back, Horizon. And then yeah, there's the I never played Fire Emblem or Advance Wars, and both of those games are this same kind of system. I think we're good. Everybody's revived. We'll save. Yeah. Egret, this way. I gotta see that Egret for myself. Ogre Battle, yeah. That's supposed to be... I never really saw that game for sale. I read a little bit about it in Nintendo Power, but... That's one you didn't see a whole lot of, I don't think. Any of you guys have that? Ogre Battle. So Ogre Battle, well, they threw a 64 on the end of it, didn't they? Anywhere we can heal up for free in here? Let me see. Yeah, like where's our HP and stuff? 13. Oh, everybody's good now. Okay. And we just saved, so. Well, wasn't it P.T. Barnum that said there's a sucker? What was it? There's a sucker born every minute, every second? I don't know, something along those lines. A lot of suckers. Nectarus. I don't know that one, Pal Puck. From Hudson, huh? Hoodsoft. Oh, cool. Ogre Battle for the SNES, huh? Yeah. Works a little differently. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Hedgehog. Right. Yeah, like you're actively dodging and stuff. And there's another game that with an interesting system. It was Final Fantasy 12. You know, I was into Final Fantasy for, I haven't played that newest one because I don't have a PS5, but I was really into that series for so long, and especially played it for a long time, like, you know, middle school, high school, early adulthood. Haven't played much ever since then, but Final Fantasy 12 was an interesting departure because the rest of the games had, up until that point, had done different systems involving like the active time battle system, and I guess Final Fantasy X did some even, you know, it did other kind of turn-based stuff as well, but oh yeah, anyway, I shouldn't get into the minutia. With 12 in particular, it was a system. The only other game I played like this one was really Knights of the Old Republic, where you would have a party, and when you engage in, you know, you move around on a map, or, you know, you just move around out in the world or whatever, but when you engage an enemy, you know, your party will go and fight that enemy, and they'll kind of just do a basic attack unless you kind of come around and you can switch between the different party members and, oh, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. But it's all working on their, like, another kind of active time, you know, timer, I guess, where it's like, you know, if I tell them to attack, it's like, attack, and then a little bit longer, and then they keep doing it. I don't have to, like, keep pressing the button or something, you know, you set them on their course or whatever. But over the course of the game, you get these things called, the system comes into play. Dustin's, yeah, DW's got it, yeah, the Gambit system, where you, like, program all these, like, if this, then do that kind of thing, you know, and like, they give you, over the course of the game, part of it is that your Gambit system, it becomes more involved, and like, you can do more, you know, have more facets to it, to where, yeah, basically you run around, and if you set it up well, you're, for the situation, your party just comes around and just mauls everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting system. I know that game is sort of a FF12, I should say, is sort of, it's, you know, it's controversial. They did something different for the series. I played it back then. Actually, I had played the Japanese version first. I didn't make it too far, but I played around in it, and then I got it when it came out in the US. But then I got that, like, HD version. I think I was playing it on the PS4. I think I have it saved on there, and it was the, like, the Zodiac edition or something that they came out with later, and it's cool. Something else happened. I just sort of fizzled on it. I started playing another game or something. So, I made it kind of, you know, I made it further that second time, so I feel bad about sort of 2 false starts. Maybe one day I'll come back and try to play that one all the way through. Cool, another town. Is this the town of Keel? Or Yeel, rather? Oh, Yeel. Whoops. I made a little typo. A view to Yeel. Has he been in there in that little thumbnail, huh? That's what I do. That's what happens when you rush. Jeez Louise. Okay. Alright, hey guys, I'm probably gonna get a little break in. I don't know. Go play some Final Fantasy 12 now. No. Alright, we made it to the next town over. This is where HAWELL is supposed to be. I think HAWELL, HAWEL. Let's get a little break in, and when we come back, we'll really get going in this and get a couple hours in. Alright guys, thank you for hanging. Let me go here. Sweet. Alright. Alright, cool. Hey, MCLRS, yeah, thank you for hanging, man. And I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday. Yeah, I know it's late for you. Well, yeah. Thanks, man. Take care. I hope you have a good night. Good to see you. One of these days, man, I'm gonna play Mega Man 7, I swear. I think you might have said that one was one of your favorites. Maybe I'm not getting you mixed up, am I? All right, guys, what's up? How you doing? We're playing part 2 of Shining Force 2. Oh man, can we make it to the town of Yeel? Well, we're here, but we gotta go northwest to find the historian named HAWELL. How you doing, Metroid? John Luigi. John Luigi's here. What's up, Metroid? Good to see you, man. How do you guys like Sega?
Mega Drive from Sega.
The Mega Drive.
Mega Drive from Sega.
You know, as much as I'm a Nintendo nerd and I tend to really, if I can, I love playing the Japanese stuff. You know that there's some Sega nerd who grew up on Genesis, but he's like, he hasn't used the word Genesis in 20 years now. You know, it's been all Mega Drive since then, just absolute dedication. My Sega counterpart is out there somewhere. All right, guys, let's get part 2 in. Yeah, thanks for hanging, Nerd Tindo. That's it. Man, it's funny because it was the cool system for a time. All right, guys. Hey, Metro, it's been really fun, man. Thanks for asking. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if you've you know, you guys came by yesterday, but we've only got one more battle under our belt since then. I don't know how familiar you are with this game, but yeah, it's cool, man. I've been wanting to play more of these like tactics RPGs, so yeah, it feels good. The Sega-nator. Oh gosh. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, Sega still feels like the treat. I'm sampling the other side, whereas Nintendo is coming home. You know, that feels like coming home. Close enough, Risa. All right, guys. All right, let's get a little break in. Hey, thank you so much for hanging, guys. Happy Thursday. I hope your week is going well. Let's buckle down when we get back. We'll play a little Sega. BRB. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome, happy Thursday. Good to see you. Oh yeah. Gotta jump with the chat right now. Oh yeah. Shining force. All right. And Metroid, I am fascinated by this Commodore 64 that you got hooked up to the internet. That's so cool that you're seeing these old, well, these bulletin, they're just not old, but these bulletin board servers and stuff. That's cool, man. That's crazy. I'm kind of curious, like, how active that community is right now. And yeah, I'm sure you are finding some old stuff too, but yeah, that's cool. I'm curious, even just like after playing around trying to find the appropriate place to hook our modem in. I was curious for a while. You know, I felt like I was getting my like Cisco certification or something there for a couple of days trying to figure it out. But yeah, it has me wondering what you did to hook that thing up. I'm sure there's some kind of adapters or whatever. What is it? Does the modem have like phone line, a phone jack or something? All right. Let's yeah. Right. Oh, that's cool. You know, it's interesting because like yeah, and like some of it's fascinating, some of the early message board stuff. Like there was a lot of game stuff. There was a lot of you know, music stuff as well. I guess out of the like one of those early projects out of like Stanford, a bunch of the guys that were working in the data department, they created some kind of like database for Grateful Dead shows, and they were all like using that. You know, they're not like able to post the music for any youngsters out there wondering. Not like that, but yeah, just like cataloging, you know, dates and set lists and stuff like that. And it's interesting. Yeah. Let's play the game, shall we? You're playing SF1, Hedgehog Fanatic? We made it to the town of Yeel. We're supposed to be a historian, HAWELL. There's supposed to be oh, cool. A healing seed. Glad we didn't buy one. Supposed to be able to find them. What did our clues say? Yeah, northwest of here. That's what I thought. That's right. Yeah. Just to, you know, I know that has to exist out there already, right? But, you know, man, you never heard of. You got to hear this 45-minute segment where they went Dark Star into playing in the band, back into Dark Star. It's all chiptune. It's the damnedest thing. And it's right here on the early internet. Pressing the select button makes the dialog box go away, but it doesn't like, you know, it doesn't close it out or move to the next. That's interesting. Oh, damn. Yeah, maybe it is. Hopefully looks stable now, but yeah. Looks like I do have some dropped frames. Son of a... That's sweet, Metroid. Yeah, thanks for the breakdown. Yeah, how cool is that? Good job getting that thing online. The John Luigi tactical RPG. That's my hint. Don't torment her. Okay, don't worry. This isn't Zelda. Alright, I'm not gonna start whacking your chickens. Cool, thank you, Palpuck. Hopefully 2676 drop frames. It better stay at that, okay? 0.8% of my stream has been dropped frames. I want to see that number go down. There are no soldiers, no rules, and no noise here. I don't understand those who want to leave this town. Young people nowadays don't know the value of peace. War is not fun, but they think it is. Oh, can we play the piano? Investigated. An old piano. Oh, Bowie is quick, huh? Nothing gets past him. May I help you? Oh, hi, kids. Howell? Yes, I know him. He's famous and he's kind of a screwball. He lives northwest of this village. You can't miss it. Just dancing. Well, sometimes you gotta take advantage of those, huh, Hedgehog Fanatic? Maybe the game is gifting you with an opportunity to grind. You know, I've been wanting to fix this. I've been wanting to fix this picture. I forgot to do that today. It was good on the other screen, or at least better. There you go. Get blurry and then... Alright. It's probably big enough to where I could even just give it a little tug right there. Perhaps. Yeah. Alright. Thanks. Sorry, I know in some of the other Genesis scenes it might be messed up, but whatever. Northwest of this village. You can't miss it. Alright, sir. Thank you. Oh, Garum soldiers looking for Howell. Howell. Why is he so important? He's just an old man. Soldiers are so cool. That's neat armor. I once traveled to Gollum and saw Mr. Lemon there. Whoa, Mr. Lemon. Nothing like a little lemon and, let's see, where to go?
Ladies and gentlemen, salt and pepper!
Mr. Lemon is the leader of the Gollum army, but he is a very kind man. Mr. Lemon. Okay. Leader of the Gollum army. You don't get to pick your name often, so, Mr. Gibbon name. What do you guys think about? You don't have to say your names. It's a question of, do you like your name? You know, do you wish it was one you could change? Again, like, don't feel like you gotta, you know, if you haven't done so already. Dustin, you're screwed right now, but yeah, if you haven't done so already, no, don't feel like you gotta dox yourself. Just asking, how do you feel about your name? I guess that's the way to phrase it. Ever wanted to change it? Or have people call you something else or a nickname? I thought a couple times I could like, all right, I'm gonna go into this situation. Maybe it was like changing a school or, you know, getting a new job or something. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go by my full given name, you know, instead of just the nickname. And it never stuck. That never stuck. There was one time, you know, hey, in the 90s, right? Everybody had cool initials. And initials didn't even have to make sense. They don't have to act. It doesn't have to be an acronym, you know, or again, be initials, be short for anything. And yeah, you know, my given this is my given name, but my given name. I told people to call me a play off of that. I was like, hey, just call me BJ, which I thought sounded cool. You know, this is the 90s, right? Also, BJ, star of Wolfenstein, right? There's plenty of famous BJs in history. However, I am, in retrospect, you know, looking back, I do think I'm glad that no one ever obliged me in that, and I was just Ben, you know. They're not gonna call me. Thankfully, that one didn't stick. That's it, Metroid. Yeah, it's a. You know, the thing is, just like with any bad name, you have to just like. There's a level of like, kind of living it down, or like you know, hey, what? That's all right. That's my name. Next. You know, go ahead and get your laughs. I feel like some people can successfully push through the name, having the unfortunate name. Got a cat. We've had cats and chickens. Have we met a dog in this game yet? Meow. I want to save again, sir. I like that music. All right, let's continue. All right, I've been waiting to not talk to my folks up here, but here, what can I do for you? Oh, you would like to see my master? I am studying at his house. Please follow me. BOWIE decided to follow Kazin. Sir HAWELL lives just outside of this village. To the northwest. HAWELL is eccentric. He seldom comes to this village. Shh. Keep this a secret. I like the boy who's always with him. Oh. Okay. Mr. Lemon. Yeah. Oh, we got a battle. I would love for that, Palpuck. Yeah, but that's it. I know. We're up against a muck and a couple other things. Sorry. I was trying to read the chat for a second. We got mucks and big rats. Of course, you know, raticates or ratatas probably, since we're so early on. We haven't seen the big rat. Alright guys, let's try not to die right away. Okay? Oh shit, I didn't buy any more items. We just saved. I gotta be ready to, like, fight before I do anything else. Or, you know, like, I don't know, I gotta think about that. Because I just went through that screen and then it was like, bam, you know, you're back out on the map. And yeah, you're gonna get a fight, so... Grimers. Gotta be a Grimer. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Touche, right. A little early for the muck. Do-do. Ah! Get out of here. What are your books, sir? What you got books on? Ecology. Civilizations. Ah. A learned man. Mr. Lemon is the leader of the Golem army. Alright, you guys got... How? Sell me something. Damn. I might need to go get some more items, honestly. Will we get in a fight as soon as we pop back out here? Alright, we were able to walk back home unmolested. Okay, let's get back here and buy some stuff. Okay, I guess that's really all we have room for, which is fine. Alright, let's move on.
This guy is a dog whistle about as big as a farm.
Congratulations!
What? Come on, soundboard. You have to work for us here. I saw that hedgehog. Yeah, that's crazy. That's I'm not looking forward to soon it will be I who is getting 3 of my party members blazed, so to speak. It'll be my turn to lose. Or have a I don't know, lose a few at the same time. So I had some battles and tactics where it was just like, oof, yeah, okay, yeah, we're gonna pretend that one didn't happen. Playing Final Fantasy Tactics. Or, you know, because in those games you can just crumble, like, especially when it's multiple, you know, you get like one person that's cornered, or they kind of split your party up, or, you know. At certain points in the game, things can kind of hinge around one party member. I mean, well, if that's the case, story-wise, then sometimes if it's like mission critical, you know, that's a big game over. Other times, kind of, you know, just like in a lot of the other games, it becomes a lot more difficult once you lose somebody, and then they start picking people off, and you can watch it crumble pretty fast. Alright, you like the boy who was always with Howell. I get it. Alright, here we go. Fighting. So all these can move in pretty fast. I think they're sort of baiting you to kind of come out. Whoops. All the way up to where that one is. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. No, let's see what Bowie's got right now. I feel like when I was looking for gifts, I was seeing some of those names, Hedgehog. Looking for some of the... You also mentioned like a turtle beast at some point. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Had you... Yeah. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, let me get you out. You like to be towards the front. You like to rumble, Chester, although you could use a little more HP. How about don't die so quickly this time? Oh, I didn't even see you over here, big bat. Huge bat, excuse me. Things are hotting up. I'm gonna move you guys in a little bit of a wide. Yeah. Surrounded on both sides. That's okay. Let's see. He's slow as heck. Gotta get him up some. Keep him there in case that bat... I don't know what all that bat can do, so... I'm not worried about that. Bowie's got 13 out of 20. We've started to work on this ooze here. There's the huge rat as well. Maybe I should just make sure I take something out this turn, or let's see. I think he's almost dead. Someone's gonna go after him. Sometimes you can't go wrong with that, yeah. Supplement your play, Hedgehog, getting some items. Okay, yeah, at this point, I think Sarah could take out our ooze. Potentially. Hope will do 3 damage. Might get her over there. There you go, Sarah. Level 4. Heck yeah. Detox. Okay. So if they get poison, we'll use that instead of antidotes, or in lieu of antidotes. Alright, here we go. What can we do? I'm enjoying this game. I'm enjoying the battle system and stuff. And it's really snappy. I'm still, you know, of course, getting the hang of everything, but it feels really responsive. Oh, just by 2. That's right, Chester got taken out quickly last time. Chester, you gotta step it up, man. And be careful here. they're pretty far away. I want to get you involved. Maybe you should get back up here with some of the rest of the group. Do I just send you off? I don't know. You've only got 9. Hey, Tater, what's up, man? Yeah, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Yeah, I've got this to freak anybody out, you know, like just a quick cover of like, oh yeah, nope, we're not playing Genesis right now. How you doing, man? Welcome. Get to some nice sound effects for Tater.
Yes!
There you go. Maybe a hell yes.
Hell yes.
Okay. Yeah, man. How you doing? Welcome. Can you say hello, soundboard? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm good, man. Been a good day. I wanted to get started sooner, but I had a bunch of chores had built up, and you know, we're still relatively new at this place, this new apartment, and I had like, you know, we'd still broken down a couple boxes and stuff, and shit ton of cardboard, etc. Cat boxes had to be cleaned. Trash, recycling, compost. I made a little, you know, cold brew. I did it, you know, I did so on and so forth, etc. And then I look up and I'm like, oh shit, it's our, where's the day gone? Oh yeah, sometimes it's nice to stay busy. I should have done some of this stuff on the weekend. Okay. Sometimes on the weekend, you know, shrug off those duties. Killed a rat. I think if you kill this rat, we'll be in... Let's make sure that thing's not going to go another turn. I'm going to get her in to heal BOWIE. Hater, you ever played this game? This is Shining Force 2 for the Genesis. Hope you've been good, man. Hello, buddy. There you go. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm liking it. This was Rotes' recommendation and gift. Oh yeah, that's pretty sweet. That's right. Okay, yeah. The Dark Era. Before the StarCraft. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I haven't played many games. You know, this is like a whole tactical RPG. I haven't played a whole bunch of games like this, but I've been wanting to play more. Get it. I gotta say, the pixel art is really sweet, huh? And like these like, you know, the Genesis, it couldn't show as many colors at the same time as the Super NES could, so sometimes things could tend to be like a little oversaturated. But I think, you know, it looks really sweet. They pulled off something pretty cool here. Yeah, hey, man, well, it's hard to go from no games to Duke Nukem, you know what I mean? Like, that's like a... I mean, once you've gone into that strip club in the first level, you know, there's really no going back as a gamer. There's... Maybe you try to play the Duke Nukem game and it tells you something like, what was it? It is a baptism by fire, absolutely. Don't have time to play with myself. Like if you go and try, there's like Duke Nukem arcade games that you can try to go and play, and he'll say that one. Yeah, sounds good, Hedgehog. Yeah, enjoy your break. Get a little breather. Everybody's good now. Yeah. All right. Why don't you? Yeah. Why don't you stay here, Sarah? You can lead the way. Those other guys aren't anywhere close. You just stay here. Do we go for huge bat now? Chester needs to do some leveling up. I want to make sure I don't lose them. And we haven't fought this bat yet, so maybe we should make sure I keep them in the game. I don't know, Palpuck, about the tactical Pokemon. I don't know of one, but yeah, you know, a lot of the spin-off series, I don't know very well. So yeah, with Duke Nukem, remind me, what was before that? Maybe I didn't even know. I'm trying to remember what the first stuff I was playing. And I had to go over to friends' houses for this, so, you know, I didn't always know I was... I think Duke Nukem 3D might have been the first one I played, and then we played there was some like Christmas, you know, expansion or something. I think part of that took place in DC or something, like you're in and around the White House and stuff. Oh wait, you don't have to be right up on someone to hit him, but you do have like a cross pattern? Is that what you got right now? Let me see. If I go to attack. Oh, cool. That's your, Oops. Drop the controller. Heck yeah, Chester. Throw in the lance. I think I had heard about that, Palpuck, but yeah, that's funny. Have you ever played that? I've never played or seen the 2D platformer version. That's funny. Good old Duke Nukem. Fun for the whole family. Critical hit. Oh, heck yeah. Finally leveled up. I think we got this one in the bag. Rat can go a long way. Come on, counterattack, Bowie. I don't know, sort of Vermilion, Hedgehog. Sorry, I just saw your comment. I don't know that game. I think you might have mentioned it here on stream one time before, but it's not a Genesis game, huh? I was thinking Genesis for a second, but I think it's something newer. That's funny, Balpuck, yeah. closer. Oh well. Let's start working on this rat, I suppose. How is, Bowie's at 12. Well, let's start in on this rat. Gotta be careful, some things are gonna have a counterattack. Alright, 12 out of 20, although I think, you know, maybe I should try to draw them out of this forest too, because it is affecting everything. Land effect. You got a medicinal herb on you, Bowie, or I meant to use an item, I just had him stay accidentally. Whoops. Alright. Ooh. There you go. Next up. Okay. Can we end this big rat here? I think we can. Huge rat. There you go. Ganged up on it. A second attack. You don't get a third now. Oh, that's hilarious, Bob. What a name. Nukem. Nukem. Dave Nukem. Any resemblance to any existing names, fictional or otherwise, is entirely coincidental. I think we could just finish our ooze here. Okay, cool. Wow, alright, that's done. So it's like, you know, at this point, would one want to rush back and get healed up? What does our party look like now? They get all their HP back after a battle. Okay. Okay. Well, we were told to go northwest of the city of Yeel. So let's head up there. I was seeing another settlement up here. Oh, a little house. You see it? This is Howell's house. Sir Howell, Grand Seal friends are here. Strange, there's no answer. Has he gone somewhere? Well, why don't you wait for him inside? Oh God. Who are you? Oh, Sir Howell. Oh no, he's on the ground, man. Oops, you came back early. You, what'd you do to Sir Howell? You! You! Oh, Kazin? Sir, you're alive. It's no use running after them. Are you okay, sir? Why'd they do such a cruel thing? I can't help but give him like a link from the animated Zelda series. They will call them soldiers. They demanded my notes on ground seal. He suddenly snatched at them and Who is it? What did he say? He's BOWIE from Grand Seal. He said the ground seal has opened, and a serious disaster took place. He came to see you for more information. He can't talk because apparently he's a silent protagonist. What? The door opened. The door opened? Who broke the ancient seal? Calm down, sir. Why are you so excited? Cousin, listen to me carefully. Grand Island is lost. That tower is the sacred seal that confines a terrible devil. 2 jewels were installed to... Stop talking or you'll croak. I'm almost dead anyway. Cousin, look for the jewels to seal the ancient... Oh man. That's
No. No, man.
that's not good. Sir Howell, don't leave me alone. Oh no.
Video game trauma.
Sir Howell passed away. Damn. Come on, where's the sounds? Put the happy music back on, man. That's... I'm gonna seal the tower. It's Sir Howell's last wish. BOWIE, please. His wish is related to your mission, right? Can you go with me and seal the tower? Cousin the Mage has joined the force. Cool little music there. Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much for...
He did, Palpuck. Now let's go to the ancient shrine. Oops. Oh, lots of books here. Diary. History of Gran. The Ground Seal. A Sacred War. Living Alone. Study the Tower. Yeah, I have history. Yeah, you are right. I did kind of just brush past that History of Gran there. Wait, Sacred War. Was this History of Gran? The Ground Seal. Where'd it go? Where is this? Study of the Tower. History of Gran. What's the, oh shoot, what's that guy that lives, Grans? Sorry, what's the guy from FF8? That yellow guy that, oh well, big time spoilers here, but let's just say, yeah, he's the one that like lives underneath, Balam Garden. I forget its name. Yeah. When I hear the History of Gran, that's what I'm thinking in my head. It's got some kind of name. Final Fantasy VIII is weird, and I do love it, even though it's not my favorite. A storied history, Palpuck. Gosh, what is its name? It's something like New or something, you know. There's a couple points in the game where you'd be forgiven. I mean, this can happen in Final Fantasies and other JRPGs, but there's a couple points in the game where you can be forgiven for kind of just being like, wait, what the... Where am I? How did I get here? What is going on right now? I gotta look this up now. It's Norg. N-O-R-G. now that I'm seeing it in the like FF8 font. All caps. Norg. Yeah. History of Norg. History of Gron, history of Norg. Oh man. Who are they? Oh, some baddies. Gollum soldiers. I should have saved in the last town. Greetings, Grand Seal scum. Why'd you kill Sir Howell? How could you be so mean? Answer me. BOWIE, we must defeat them so we can learn the truth. Capture them alive. You know what? Kind of screwed up there. Should have saved once again. Gonna learn that lesson one of these days. Let me try the battle nonetheless. It's a lot of folks. I would like a couple items. Let's see what we can do. I should have... Alright, that's all good. Let's see if we can get through this first. Let's stay... Wait, what do you do? You can use Blaze, huh? Okay. Good to know. I'm just gonna get you up a little bit. I want to get you like overexposed, although the others will probably be able to move further than you. Let's see. You got a pretty good radius though, so hang out. And get BOWIE out front a bit. Huge bat, flying really far. Yeah. It really is, Dustin. Yeah. I use that like intro of it, the you know, it's just the percussion, the I used that at the beginning of some video I did a while back. Many years ago. Yeah, I like that song. It's cool. It's a fun game. It's a weird. Is that wait sorry Dustin, that's not the same track. I just realized that's a different. I forget what that one's called, the one that I was just doing. But yeah, Man with the Machine Gun is the Laguna one. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I got mixed up. That one's really sweet. Oh yeah, that was always a treat. You know, in any of those JRPGs where you're hearing some of the same battle themes. You know, it's sweet when there's a script calls for there to be a different one, you know, and you notice the difference, or it's maybe they're playing a song that doesn't go away when you finish the battle, you know, it continues as you know, usually that signifies something big. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, Dustin? It's such a strange system. And there's those funny ways to really just break it wide open, too. I don't really... Maybe I'll just kind of get you sort of out of the way. If you're over here or something. You can attack from elsewhere. Let's go, Chester. Damn it. Huge bat dodged. I know, well, and you know, I just remember, like, also, you're afraid to use magic, which is actually really effective in that game. You're often afraid to do it because you have a junction to your stats, and you're going from 100 or 99 of them or whatever because you sat there and did some stupid, you know, grinding method for a long, some, you know, asinine grinding method for a while, or farmed cards and stuff. Yeah, I just remember that, like, man, like, I think that the first time I played the game, I don't think I understood Junction much at all, and then I was really relying on GF, and then this last time that I played it, I realized, like, the GFs, like, they can be useful at points, but, you know, when you're, like, junctioning a ton of, you know, really good spells to attack and stuff, it's, you know, or, you know, doing other kind of strats, it becomes a different game. Yeah. You know what's interesting is that I do enjoy the visuals and the music and sound effects of that one. It got even a step, you know, 7 felt cinematic, but 8, like with that intro and stuff, and it's interesting how at the time it felt like a pretty big graphical leap in, you know, how your characters look like in the field versus, you know, in 7, of course, they look totally different in the field versus in, you know, well, everything looked different instead of the cutscenes, but yeah, field versus battle, and then in FF8, it like they, you know, it was the same thing, and it's funny to think about, like, how good I thought it all looked, you know. I still think, you know, those pre-rendered backgrounds and stuff from that era are just so, it's so cool, man. It's, really appreciate that stuff. It does so much with so little, you know. Like, I think that's what I really appreciate about it. I'm like, okay, how can I have them use blaze magic? It looks like, oh, wait, sorry. Try to attack. I'm an idiot. All right, can I do this and attack? I don't want to hit our guy, but can we hit? Yeah. Huge bat. Oh, blaze. Heck yeah. That was cool. I'm seeing red. Yeah. I will say, you know, with the grind, I actually, with Final Fantasy VIII, I was, you know, calling it asinine earlier, just, I guess, in terms of logic, or, you know, what you're doing in the game, the ways that you can kind of break the junction system. You don't have to do that, but I will say it's it's a lot more enjoyable doing that stuff than it is for some other games. And I think, you know, that the visuals and the, you know, music, sound effect, sound design, etc., you know, kind of go a very long way for me. Yeah, it did, Dustin. Yeah. Right, and you know, all those guys at Square basically were, you know, wanting to find the nexus between the movies that they loved and, you know, video games and anime, etc. So, you know, it's... Yeah, I really enjoyed my last playthrough, Metroid Hatchling. You know, again, it's not like my favorite FF, but, I played through I had it for the PS4 or whatever, and it was really good. I didn't use any of the fast forward stuff in the main storyline. And then once I beat the game, I used fast forward to help me get something that would like help me beat the like secret bosses and stuff, but just to get through a couple of battles, like the last couple of I tried to wait until the very end, and I was like, all right, you know what? I never beat the super bosses in this game. Let me try that this time. It does, Dustin. It kind of even looks like that. FF8 does at some points, you know. That's right. Yeah, we got to get... All right, everybody get MH to... FF8, FF8. You know. We want it. The people demand John Luigi. We would understand if you had... I don't know. Let me rephrase that. I think we all hope that someday you'll see the light and understand you've now got to change your username to John Luigi. You have become John Luigi. And the sooner you embrace that, the better. It's not my place to say that, you know. Maybe I should have named him J. Luigi. You're right. Dustin, Bowie was such a good name, though. It was hard for me not to want to name it Bowie. Don't quit. Don't just go here. Sorry, I'm freaking out. Alright, go here and stay. Chester, need to get you involved here, my man. Don't stab Bowie in the back, but I need you to attack this Golem soldier here. It shows it like go over the head of of Bowie. I can't help but say Bowie every time I come to it, Dustin. I'm trying not to, but that's right, Dustin. Palpuck, yeah, I like to think so. Alright, we gotta take this guy out. He offends my sensibilities. Damn. They got an archer, huh? Alright, let's make sure we... How much is left with this? Okay, just one for the Golem Soldier. Maybe I'll start getting us out of here. Our mage still has 11 MP. Damn it, I didn't... I meant to get our Golem Soldier out. Our mage should have done that. Whoopsie. That's okay. Now that he's moved, we'll take it out. Let's go magic. Let's heal. Yeah, Dustin. Yeah, I was thinking... I'm trying to keep an eye on that, but yeah, still trying to figure out some of those mechanics, but yeah. That's why with this guy here, I wanted to kind of get him out. I see now that it's even better here, 15%. Yeah. 30 in the thick of the forest. Okay. Get that last one up. Alright, we've got a big wad heading this way. Where is everybody? Let's see. Hold on. Chester, hold still. Chester? Get back, Chester? I'm like, wait, how do I see what? Okay, there it is. Still trying to learn the controls. All right, you got a couple that are over here. One done. Okay, cool. Chester's only got 15 left. Rather, a 6 out of 12 HP. I would have liked for them to have used that turn attacking, but I don't want to lose them either. We still got this guy on the field. Somebody finish him, please. I shouldn't have tried from the I would like to read about like hitting from the side or something, like if that makes a difference. Alright, let's just try to zap this thing. There you go. That was a tough golem soldier. Explodes. Alright. Okay, we're in decent shape now. Bowie's got 15 HP. I think I'm going to start working my way towards these guys. I want to get... They're about to be moving though, so... A lot of enemies on the board. Damn, Chester. And then what's your attack radius? Yeah, okay. Damn it, Chester. Well, we know he's not going to be having a turn for a little while. I just wish... Hopefully this will hit. Damn. Yeah, just the one. I gotta get somebody over to heal him. That was a bad turn. Let's work on... I think, yeah, I screwed up, because it'll be hard to get somebody over to where he is. Oh well. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. How about you... Move it, move it. Hopefully I can draw one of those guys away. Is that a second turn for Sarah here? Still can't get the heal in, you know? But I can't attack. That's not gonna do much against this dude. Stay alive, Sarah. All right, Chester, come on, a second chance. He actually has another medical herb. All right, good. I just got to get Chester out of there. He's been in some trouble this battle. Okay. Bowie's getting away from everybody here. Hopefully I don't get him stranded. Afraid of that. Oof. I'm worried about our hero Bowie, honestly. He can use egress. He's got enough MP for that. Why don't you give yourself an herb? I think you should, yeah. There you go. All right. Now, can I get you? This is probably gonna miss. Probably won't do much damage, really, but she's at 8, 12. Okay. Come on, Chester. We need a big one. Oh, you got a second attack. Bonus. Alright, light him up. Sarah, when's your next turn gonna be? Come on, Blaze. Gazine already proving their worth. Quickly leveling up here. This game's fun. Yeah, I'm engrossed in it. I'm having a good time. I can see how this can get way more complex and difficult, you know. They're going easy on me now. Just got 8 out of 14. You might want to use a little magic on yourself. Well, got maybe one more turn, but this archer is kind of in play right now, so. Gotta heal yourself, Sarah. It looks so Golden Sun, some of these fight scenes, you know. Well, Golden Sun looks so shining. Yeah. It's fun, Metroid, yeah. This is the best way to play something resembling a board game, you know? Alright. Wait, let's see. You just got knocked about. Yep. This bat here. Gotta get him out of there. Alright. Sorry. Okay, what am I doing? How's it work? Okay, I can go for the bat, or I can go for archer here. Bat has been problematic. Also, use an item on our friend there. Kazim, what you gonna do? His magic is still pretty close. Oh, he's just got room for one more blaze, huh? Yeah. Can heal him up. He probably doesn't... Yeah, he doesn't have any other items, so... Shoot. So I'll make the most of the turn, I suppose. Go for one more. Start working on this archer. Keep chipping away at our archer friend. Is that gonna also hit? Is that telling me it's also gonna hit our buddy? I thought our magic... Oh, wait, what? I didn't realize we've got some level 1 and 2 spells here. Okay, yeah, MP 6 MP for that one, or that's why that one was gonna hit splash damage. Oh, okay. Hold on. So let's try that then. It's funny, yeah, you can't put it in that slot that's in between the opponents. Okay. A little different from some of the other ones I've played. Alright, so if I take it down from... It's here when you get to this screen. Level 1 or level 2, and you can see the MP change there, 2 to 6. The level 2 ones seem to have splash damage, so yeah. Go heal from Kazim. Glad we got him healed up. Okay, these two guys just hanging out down in the corner. Careful now, don't hurt Sarah, you bastard. Hold on. There you go. Cool, level 6 already. Alright, don't get a double hit on Sarah, please. Have you got any items, Chester? I think you used your last... yeah, you did. Okay. How about you do some range damage here? For the bat. 5 for the archer. Okay. Like you could do them. I think you might have a chance of taking the bat out. Come on. Alright. Move you there. Still 30% from there. Okay. Oh shit, I was missing that soldier there. Okay, whoopsie. I see. Man, where's that soldier at? Sorry. 11, man. Okay. Yeah. That's hard to hit. It's in the thicket. Okay, I gotta be careful. Sarah is in a tough spot here. Let's try to get dispatch this huge bat here. Do another blaze. I have enough. We have 5 MP, so enough for two of these lesser blazes. Blaze level 1. Let's do that, and then. Although, let's see. Yeah, you don't have any items, huh? Okay. Sarah, hold on. Oh shit! Yeah, don't do that. No, you can't. Okay. 2. Blazed. We leveled up. All right. Bowie, have you got any items on you, Bowie? Healing seed. I forget what we haven't actually had to use that yet, so. Okay, Bowie, why don't you take this guy out here? Nice. I wish I could get him moved sort of to a clear spot, but it doesn't look like that exists really. Stab with the lance if you're just one spot over versus throwing it. Uh-oh. Well, Sarah's dead. That's okay. I was worried about that. We forgot to get... I would have put healing items on everybody, you know. But that's all good. We got these we can take out down here. Start moving the boys over there. I forgot about you! What am I doing? Forgot about you. It is pretty. Oh, Metroid. You can go to a town and like there's. You can go to a priest and an abbey, and they, for a nominal fee, will resurrect your hero, your fallen hero. But yeah, not permadeath. Yeah, that's interesting that Fire Emblem does that. I'd like to play those games sometime. It's so cool to me that series and Advance Wars were going on the Famicom. You know, and then it's like by the time we get the first of those series here in the US, it's on the Game Boy Advance, and it's, you know, already been established in Japan. Go visit John Luigi, yes. For his blessing. Just get a little further to the right. They're all kind of down there. Our warrior's ready to go. I'd like to play it, I'd love to play the... Was there just the one title that was on Famicom, Metroid, or were there multiple? I'd love to play those. I'm fascinated by NES versions of series that maybe became a little better known, at least, to us in the West later on. A lot of people say to skip that stuff or start with a lot of, there's a few series where it's like, oh, start with the 16-bit or higher version. You hear recommended so many times, but I'm always pleasantly surprised, always to an extent blown away by how much of some of those games is there in those earliest, Famicom iterations. I feel that way about Metroid, I see how amazing Super Metroid is, and it's so cool, right? It's amazing. I didn't get around to even playing it until a few years ago, and I love that game. And I played that one first, and then I went back and I played the original Metroid, and I just spent a lot of the time thinking like, dang, this is so cool for 1986? Are you kidding me? And just kind of that, the thought of coming up with that game, what they pulled off in the 8-bit era for the beginning of some of those series is so cool to me. It's a Famicom Wars on Famicom, Super Famicom Wars on Super Famicom. It was a Satellaview. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and now that stuff is, I'm sure, like the ROMs and stuff are out there now for that, or we can't speak of such things, but that is to say the game has been preserved, I'm sure. Yeah, Game Boy Wars 1 and 2. So even before it, GBA. Yeah. It has been preserved. I like you right there, mired in the forest. I keep forgetting about some of these soldiers. He's just been hanging out doing all this extra damage. He blends into my party too well. This is not good. Really. Okay, Go down one more. There we go. Thank you. Let's use the Blaze level 1. Still getting used to sort of how the controls work. But there we go. Can somebody kill that one soldier, please? There you go, Kazim. That's interesting, Metroid, yeah. I could see that being tough to pull off on the NES. Or at least, like, the first games being, yeah, pretty much all gameplay, you know, like... Okay, interesting, okay. Yeah, I know nothing about Advance Wars, but yeah, other than, you know, just like, I remember seeing it in Nintendo Power and thinking it looked interesting. You know, yeah, those the army names are cracking me up. Yeah, you can't go with the Red Star Army winning here, you know. So, that's not gonna fly at NOA, you know. Okay, please, somebody take this guy out. Oh, I should try it sometime. You know, since I didn't actually play it in person, it wasn't until somewhat recently that I saw, like, some game footage of it, and it just looked so interesting seeing the very anime, you know, like, seeing the really great pixel art that would pop up, and, you know, seeing the, like, all the weapons shooting, and so it was very impressive for the GBA, which I think that about a lot of GBA stuff, but, like, you know, seeing pictures didn't really didn't do it justice for how kind of snappy it could feel and sort of, Of course, you're seeing those little battle cutscenes a lot, but it's pretty sweet, you know. I enjoy it. Land effect 0. Hard to hit this guy from range here, but I'm ready to get a little aggressive, I think. Don't counterattack. Get out of there, Chester. Please kill this thing. Yes, these level ups matter a lot. Makes a big difference. I got a few folks who are low on HP, so I hope that we can pull this off. You know what, guys? Darn, I might have to get a quick bio break in. Sorry. Mid-battle. I got to, sorry. Alright, BRB. I'll make it quick. Hello. Oh yeah, let me fix this. Welcome, guys. Happy Thursday. Good to see you. Just a little bit bigger. There we go. I think that's it. All right. Close enough. All right. Back to it. You know, yeah, Metroid, I pulled this GIF for the little presentation I did yesterday. I pulled a GIF from Fire Emblem, which I haven't played any of, and you know, it was one of the GBA ones, and I was like, man, it just looks so cool. Like that's some great pixel art. And it had that sort of washed out look that some of the GBA titles would get, you know. I think they sort of started doing a little bit more of that. I was actually reading something recently mentioning that, you know, players were having trouble seeing some of the visuals on the original GBA, and over time they would kind of, you know, since some titles were kind of problematic, they learned to use a little bit more of a lighter color palette, which, you know, sometimes on an emulator can come off looking way too washed out. But yeah, all that is to say, yeah, he looks so cool. You've got medical herb. I didn't realize it. You've got medical herb. Alright, well, Well, you should be using that on yourself.
Huh, that's a funny looking cigarette. You roll it yourself?
Alright. 5 out of 14. I'm worried that you might perish. You don't have any items. You can go here now, though. Let's see. Oops. Come on, Chester. We need some levels up from you. I'm reading your comment now, Metroid. Yeah, 108 hours. Woo, yeah. Yeah. Right, that's crazy. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you know, that's tough. I bet at some points, you know, you're pretty much screwed as a campaign if you lose some characters too, you know. It's not just like, oh, I really like this one, but I bet at some points it's like, you know, it just makes it so much harder. Yeah. I was, Dustin. The end, it took me a long time to get over the finish line, you know. Hey. You know. For the record, I also I did really enjoy my time with the game. If I were actually that bugged by it, I would have just stopped playing, you know. I wasn't actually really bugged. I was just giving lip service to you Sega sickos who were trying to, you know, pressure me. Bully, some might say. Get closer, I want to slice this guy up. Alright, Kazin, now that you're, you're not going to be doing much damage anyway. Why don't you go here and we'll let our axe-wielding friend go to the other side. Or we'll let Bowie in. That works. Let's see. Maybe 15, okay. Come on, there we go. Archer dead. Yeah. It affects the story. Yeah, right. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's crazy, Metroid. Yeah, that's a lot of gameplay, man. That's funny. I'd like to try it sometime. Yeah, let's see. Which Fire Emblem was this that you were talking about? It was Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Okay, yeah. And then yeah, you really enjoyed Path of Radiance, but Radiant Dawn. What's up with those names? Radiant, Shining. We love shiny things for our RPG names. Your battle strategy was wonderful. I praise you. Did we just force the end of this battle? Thought we still had one more guy to kill. But I can't let you escape. That lad is their leader. Take him. Oh man, we had these guys dead to rights. Damn it. Don't worry, he has only fainted. He has only fainted. Take them to Gollum. Galam. Take him to Glam. I see. Okay. Right. Thanks for letting me know what systems they're on, Metroid. Yeah. That's crazy that you import your characters over, and then that further changes the story. And this is not good, guys. The soldiers of Gollum have attacked, and now they've taken this kid, and impossible. Gollum and Grunsil are allies. Dave, how you doing, man? Welcome, buddy.
Give me a hell yeah!
Happy Thursday, man.
You can't disrespect Pokemon like that. Pokemon.
All right, we got to get out of the Pokemon sound effects. Can't go wrong with the Mario 64.
Okie dokie. Hello.
How are you, Dave? What's up, dude? Happy Thursday. But it's true. I'm a scholar. I'm here because I tried to stop him. I'm a leader of the Galam army. I disagreed with the war, and now I'm here. What did your kingdom do to Galam? What is the reason for this war? What about Sir HAWELL? He was killed by Galam. What did Galam want? What is Ground Seal? Ground Seal? Do you know what Ground Seal is? What is Ground Seal? Please tell me. I heard King Galam say those words. I just know that something is being concealed. Alright, well, things are hotting up here in the game. Oh, yeah. Ichigo's beat. Oh, yeah, dude. It's pretty cool, isn't it, man? I like the character arts, or the, character portraits and stuff. Bowie, you finally woke up. We're talking about Ground Seal. Please join in. King Balamgarden, King Norg. Any stream where you can mention Norg a couple times, it's gonna be a good stream. We're talking about Ground Seal. Please join in. You got a raw deal, huh? The same thing happened to the rat next door. No, really, he's a rat. What's wrong with the seal? You can see him in bed over there. Somebody broke the sacred seal? We're not sure. We're not sure. Oh, whoops. I skipped over your dialogue. Ancient shrine. Two jewels. Oh, you woke up. Are you okay? But where? Why am I? This is a jail in the basement of Galam Castle. This is a jail. Say, you mustn't move yet. Say. Yes, I remember. I was caught by Galam soldiers. They took my jewels and brought me here. They killed my friends. Damn. R.I.P. to those two big lugs. Ouch. I can hardly move. Stay here for a while. You need to rest. Wonder who this is that's in the cell with him. What were we talking about? I mean, I see one of our party members over there, yeah. Oh yes, why is King Galam interested in Ground Seal? Is it related to the open door? Hey! Does he want the jewels? What? The man that broke the seal is to blame for everything. Oh, that's our rat friend. Yep. Well, those family jewels. The
I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen.
Are you okay? You know something? Nope. He's the one that stole them in the opening intro, our rat friend here. We can't stay here. We must escape. I know, but how can we open that locked door? Oh wait, the accents are all over the place. Oh, Galam is invading Grand Seal while we're sitting here. I'm giving her this awful Cockney something accent. I'll open the door for you. Yeah. Oh yes, you're a thief and you can open locked doors. Yeah, of course. I'm a JRPG thief. Of course I can open locked doors. But only the ones that serve the story. I'm the great thief, Slade. Slade sticks a short wire into the keyhole. That's right. That's Slade. Looks a little like him, Soma. Slade sticks a short wire into the keyhole.
The pounding.
Okay, it's done. Hurry to your country and save them. Thank you. Bowie, let's get back to Grand Seal. Why are you being so nice to us? You don't know us. You don't know us. Yeah, that's because, well, let's just say I gave us those jewels a little tug, and maybe it's my fault this whole thing got kicked off. Is it? Yeah, it came quickly, Ichigo. I don't know where I pulled it from, or like there's been a lot of yeah. Yeah. A lot of rats depicted in animation with such a voice. Yeah. If it's not that, then it's apparently this guy. So other famous rat depicted in animations. Apparently, when we level this guy up or promote him to the next level, he can be a ninja, which I think is apt. You are. Hey, you. Do you know what you've done? Do you know what you've done? A big problem was created because you stole the jewels. Bumps into him again. I know the thief, Slade, always steals for poor people, but you made a serious mistake this time. All those disasters, everything is your fault. I didn't mean to. That's enough. Bowie, let's go. I do Michael Caine. Put the marbles in my mouth. Alright. Talk to you. There are a lot of Gollum's soldiers upstairs. You still want to go? I didn't mean to. Templeton the Rat. You're so brave. Good luck. I'm like, y'all got a place to save before we deal with all these Gollum soldiers up there? Wait. Wait. You'll be captured if you go that way. I know this castle very well. I know a shortcut. Slade pulls up some tiles with a short wire. Oop. Oh, it's just too bad he didn't get put in that cell earlier. Not that it took him very long to get out anyway, but yeah. Could have gone directly out. Now go through this shortcut. Good thing we met him in time. I wonder if the game allows us to go up here. Will he stop us? Yeah, you'll be captured if you go that way. Now, go through this shortcut. Yeah, you're right. I did it. But I didn't know all this shit was gonna happen. Please, take me with you. Bowie decides to take Slade with him. Yeah, thanks. I promise to help you. This tunnel here leads to the kitchen. We can escape safely. Alright. We're down in the tunnel. Yeah, nothing there. It's just cut off. Looking for a mole. What is it? The third best mole or something? The third strongest mole? Bowie looked in the barrel. It was empty. Alright, we got some empty barrels.
Oh, that's nasty.
Shh. Why is that playing right now? I loved Earthbound. Yeah. I would have liked that game a lot if I found it, you know, like around the time I was playing all that Final Fantasy stuff, which I, you know, no regrets, but yeah, I wish nobody I knew had the game. Yeah. It's sweet, Metroid. Yeah, that first playthrough put it in one of my favorite games of all time, for sure. And I'd like to get another playthrough, but gotta play the other ones too. Yeah, like I remember seeing something about Earthbound in a Nintendo Power a long time ago, but that was really about it. Mr. Lemon. Okay, Mr. Lemon is here, alright. Who are you? Now I have to get back to work. Oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't be talking to everybody while we're trying to sneak around. Yeah, most of what I knew was from Smash Ichigo. Yeah, I had like heard of it through Nintendo Power. I don't know if I remember seeing that game for sale. Looking back, I do think someone I knew had that cart. I didn't have a Super NES as a kid, but like there was one house up the street. They had a kid I hung out with like one time, and then they ended up moving kind of soon after I was there. But I want to say that when I was like looking through their games, I did see that cart, and I was like, what the heck is this? Earthbound? Okay, I don't know, you know. I mean, I was young, very young at the time, but you know, that seeing that Starman that's on the front. There you go, Hedgehog. You're going way back. Well, enjoy your Sword of Vermilion. Yeah, I guess that first Sonic dropped in what, 91? Wait, hold on. Did we get a... I guess everyone whoever died in that last one has been revived. I mean, she was in the cutscene there, yeah. Sorry. Bum, bum, bum. Not yet time to promote anybody yet. You know what, guys? I might have to wrap it up somewhat soonish. Sorry, I know today and yesterday haven't been the longest streams, but it's good to get a few hours in. I've been really enjoying this game so far. Yeah. It ain't Ichigo. What am I doing, man? We should be getting 8-hour sessions. 10-hour sessions. Yeah, it's interesting that Sonic early appearance. They knew he was on the way. Man, a little bit torn. I'm gonna play. Let me see. I am glad that we just saved. Honestly, we're probably about to have a battle here pretty soon. Listen, everybody. We're too late. As you may know, look at this ancient king here. My messenger was killed. Grand Seal must have done this. So, we're invading them to retaliate. Oh my god, I can't. We're invading them. Quiet! Everybody listen to me. I also don't understand this march. But King Galam must have a good reason. I believe the king. How about you? Anyone disagree? Like this guy's red cloak. No? Good. Well done, Lemon. Oh, Lemon. King Galam, victory is ours. Guards, open the gate. Lower the bridge. Lemon, prove your allegiance. What do you mean? Show no mercy. My lord. Now, go. I think that evil spirit might have found its way to King Galam. Crush Grand Seal. Oh, this ain't good, boss. They've gone. The war begins. So, what should we do? Are you still gonna go to Grand Seal? You're serious? You think you can stop this war? I'll leave you once I'm outside the gate. Alright, let's go save. That's a good place to save. I love our priest here. So oh, what a great little portrait. All right, guys. I'm gonna say no. I would not like to. All right. That's it for today. Yes, you'd better take a rest now. Come back again. Gets back to stirring their pot. This was fun, guys. Thank you for hanging. We might call it a night on that. I'd love to get some streams in, or I'd love to be streaming longer. I'd also like to start sooner. Today was kind of crazy. I was really busy till the early afternoon, so sorry about that. All right, who's streaming right now? Maybe we'll do a raid. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll play. Let's just play more of this tomorrow. We'll keep it rolling. We will mix in some other stuff too, but maybe it'd be good to just. I'd like to get a few hours of real good gameplay in on this one. So, thanks for hanging. It's probably going to be about it for part 2. That bass line, man. Let's go hang out with Reeves. Let's do that. Sorry, I was trying to figure out where to go. Yeah, thanks, Dustin. You had a good idea. I should just looked at the chat. All right, guys, we'll go right into Reeves. I've got, just a short collage for you. The one sad thing for those, I feel for those Sega sickos, those Shining Force heads out there. Of course, there's not a ton of... There's some in the way of gifts, art, etc., but there's not a ton out there. It doesn't get as much love, and not as many people know about this, at least in the West, as they do about, those other big JRPGs. So, kind of limited on the collage factor, but we'll mix it up some. All right, guys, I'm going to get us out of here. Thank you so much for hanging. This has been a fun one. This is this week's schedule. Next week we'll be doing... I think we'll be able to do like a similar days, but we'll be doing a lot of Shining Force 2. One of those days, let's dedicate to something else. We got to mix it up, Wind Waker, kind of on the back burner for now, but we'll come back to it. We have a great setup for Wind Waker, and I'd love to, get in and play that game. If you're on YouTube, please like the stream and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Everybody on Twitch, thank you for watching as well. Rotes, thank you for the sub. Thanks for the game, man. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a good night. See you tomorrow. It says Jurassic Park. We'll just do some Shining Force 2. Thanks again for hanging. See you tomorrow.
journey into the mega world.
Sugar.
Rise from your grave.
It's okay for macho men to show every emotion available right there, you know, because I've cried 1,000 times, I'm gonna cry some more. Don't buy any unripe bananas.